Hello, today I want to talk about PewDiePie being in the news today, and this story has just expanded and expanded. Really briefly, in case you literally know nothing, PewDiePie is one of the most powerful influencers on YouTube in terms of subscriber count, and in one of his videos, which I think was titled "I found the greatest thing on the internet," I'll link it below again so you can inform yourself on this. He visited the website Fiverr, where you can pay $5 for a service and have anything done. And this is taken to the headlines because he paid two Indian guys to dance around and hold a sign up which says "Death to all Jews."
I like the editing.
And the reason this has hit the news is because PewDiePie is associated with a company which is associated with Disney, and obviously that's not a very Disney message. So they have cut all association with him, and then later on in the day, YouTube has cut PewDiePie from their premium ad service. So that's a really brief idea of what is going on. Like I said, read the descriptions below. I've got articles, I've got the original video. Inform yourself on this because it's kind of complicated and very sensitive. But basically, a lot of people have been saying to me that he is straight up wrong and he shouldn't include any of this stuff in his videos. Firstly, this would never happen in television or more regulated forms of media because there are operating bodies to complain to, and there's compliance people watching out for issues that might offend people, and as a result the product is sometimes very censored. And I think one of the truly beautiful things about YouTube is there is a person with a camera recording and then it gets uploaded to the internet to the viewers, and that's it. There is no process, and there's none of this complication that you get in TV or other media where there's post-production and that gets handed to someone else, which is a different person to the director, which is a different person to the producer. And what we get on YouTube is very raw and is direct from here to your eyes. That's it. And I think that is one of the most beautiful things about YouTube as a platform, that people, anyone, anywhere can upload anything, and it's just unregulated to a degree, and it's real. The content you get is real. So with that in mind, I personally would say that PewDiePie has the right to upload these things if he wants. In this case, I'm not saying that everyone has the right to upload hate messages, because that is not the case. But I think it is a lot in the intent. And whether these hateful messages are being used to spread hate. Did PewDiePie have hateful intent? I don't think so. Did he intend to offend the Jews? Does he genuinely believe that there should be death to all Jews? No, of course not. If you look at the context, if you look at the video, it is hard to justify a message like death to all Jews in any context. I love watching PewDiePie because he's edgy, he does things that YouTubers don't dare do, and he provides programs, essentially, he provides media which isn't created on other platforms because they're too over-regulated. Personally, I think it's a bit strong, and I think it could have been just as funny with another message which wasn't as specific or wasn't quite as strong or heavy. But when the two Indian guys unravel the sign and it genuinely says "Death to all Jews," and you see PewDiePie's reaction and he's genuinely shocked. He even says at the time of recording, the second the sign is unraveled, that he apologises and he doesn't support those views.
I am sorry. I didn't think they would actually do it. I feel partially responsible, but I didn't think they would actually do it.
And I think that is part of the video, the fact that the message is so strong and it is so shocking that these guys have actually done it for $5. But this is why we have regulation in platforms like television, and we have compliance because people get hurt along the way, not just hurt feelings. The aftermath of that is that the two Indian guys who do the dancing videos with the sign, their Fiverr account got closed.
My kind apologies to the Jewish people. Please forgive us. We really don't know what the message meant while making the video.
And they're using that as a source of income. In one of the articles that I read, which again I've linked below, it says that in a lot of developing countries, people are using Fiverr to earn $5, which is worth maybe more to them than it is to us. And it is being ridiculed. These guys got their account shut down, they had their source of income cut off because they were featured in a PewDiePie video. So it is tough because people have got caught up on the way. From what I've read, they've had their Fiverr account reopened, which is great news. PewDiePie did request that Fiverr reactivate their account.
We are back on Fiverr! Thanks to PewDiePie!
But it's kind of like he's messed with someone's life that he shouldn't be able to and shouldn't really do just because he's such a big YouTuber. So it is really tough. It is really, really difficult, because if PewDiePie was censored and he had to stick to a Disney message, he wouldn't be PewDiePie, his channel would be watered down. So on the one hand, it was super edgy and it was extra impact and it made me feel something when I watched it because it was so strong. But on the other hand, people are genuinely getting upset. It is perhaps a theme which shouldn't be made light of, and people's lives have been messed with. So it's so difficult, it's so difficult. Personally, I wouldn't put anything like that, even though I'm not personally offended by it, and I think people are quite oversensitive and are getting offended for the sake of being offended. Like, I'm not offended, but someone else might be. If you're not offended, why are you bothered? I do think, and I do agree with some people, that it was pretty strong. But then on the other hand, that's the whole idea. So there you go, there's my thoughts on PewDiePie. Not that I'm here to defend him, not that he needs me here to defend him, because he gets more views in like a millisecond than I'll ever get in my whole lifetime. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It'd be interesting to hear your views because it is an interesting discussion. So let me know your comments down below and I'll speak to you very soon.